Amy Lynn Bradley's brother has just recently spoke about a theory in the case of his sister's disappearance that has never really been discussed before, and it has to do with Scientology. Now, if you didn't know, Amy Lynn Bradley disappeared from a Royal Caribbean cruise ship back in 1998 while on vacation with her brother and their parents. And with the release of the new docuseries covering Amy's case, her brother Brad began posting about a theory that has never been considered before. He started by posting on X last week saying, "Hello world, I'm Amy Bradley's brother Brad. Now that everyone is paying attention all at once, I have another plausible possibility of what happened to Amy, but every media outlet, news organization, or authority that I've told about it has been afraid to talk about it." He goes on to tell this story. "The night before Amy disappeared, March 23, 1998, during the pool party before we went to the dance club, Amy was talking to two black women in matching uniforms off to the side for close to an hour. The uniforms were not Royal Caribbean uniforms. They had on navy blue knee-high skirts and lighter blue button-up Oxford shirts. Remember that. My parents walked over to them to let Amy know they were going to bed. When they walked up, the two ladies, who had appeared very friendly during their conversation with Amy, did not speak or introduce themselves when my parents came over. We do not know who these women were. The FBI says they're aware of who they are, but would never share any information regarding them with us. The next afternoon, we got off of the ship to stay in a hotel on the canal in case Amy were to be found in the water, which she was not. Late on the night of March 24th, 1998, we were in the hotel room on Curacao. We were not in good shape. My mom asked the president of my dad's company, who had gotten off of the ship with his wife to help us, to please help find a priest who could come and pray with us. They were not able to find a priest. Around midnight, two Scientology officers knocked on our door and introduced themselves as officers from the ship Free Winds. The Free Winds is Scientology's Sea Org ship, headquartered in Curacao. They told us that they assist people who are grieving and suffering loss through various methods. They explained their ways and went on to ask us very specific things about Amy. Does she smoke? What are her favorite cigarettes? Does she drink? What is her favorite beer? What are her favorite snacks? Etc. This went on for a while, and at the time we went along, assuming it was a way to process our grief. The interaction, or interview, went on for about an hour or so until my dad asked them to leave. They invited us aboard their ship for whatever reason, but we politely declined. I am not claiming I know they were involved, but they left our room having learned a lot of specific details about Amy's favorite things, which in retrospect has been suspicious to us ever since. Over the next couple weeks after returning home to Virginia, I did a lot of research about Scientology, the Free Winds, Sea Org, etc. I found that the uniforms of some of the staff on the Free Winds matched what the two black ladies that Amy was talking to the night before were wearing. I believe it is possible that those ladies boarded our ship with a group of performers and a large entourage of people that boarded the ship in Aruba that night. I believe it is possible that they were Sea Org recruiters that coerced/convinced Amy to meet them in the morning for a tour of the Free Winds. I believe it is possible that she agreed, she went, and then was not able to get back off their ship. The Free Winds was docked adjacent to the Rhapsody of the Seas, our ship, on Curacao that day, a couple hundred feet away. If you have ever done any research about this organization, you will hear of people being held against their will, forced work duty, isolation, and so on. The Free Winds goes back and forth between Curacao, Aruba, and Barbados. Amy was reportedly sighted in all of these places. There is a shopping center bathroom sighting in Bridgetown, Barbados, highlighted in the series, and the Free Winds docks in Bridgetown when it goes to Barbados. Amy was reportedly seen in San Francisco, California at Pier 39, which was not discussed in the docuseries, and there's a Church of Scientology 2 miles from that sighting. One of the first sightings was at Porto Marie Beach on Curacao. As I mentioned earlier, the Free Winds/Sea Org is headquartered in Curacao. He then goes on to say, "I realize that this theory is contrary to some of the predominant theories and sightings, but it has haunted me for 27 years, and we have never been able to get any news organization, media outlets, or the FBI to pay any attention to it."